Hello, med students. Have no fear, cause med school coach is here. Kidding, I'm just some guy in marketing who did go to med school, by the way. And one thing I learned was how useful Anki could be, but also how scary it can be the first time you see it. Especially because you see all these videos that try to help you and everyone's telling you to get all the add-ons and everything, and you're just like, oh my god, just tell me what I need to know. And honestly, that's the point of this video, to give you all the high-yield and straightforward information to help make studying for med school really as simple as pressing spacebar. So let's get going. So what the f is Anki anyway? It's basically a flashcard software where you can either make your own cards or you can download already made decks to learn different things like languages or memorize tables or study for medical school. Here's how it looks. Gross, right? If you're not familiar with it, basically you choose a deck that you have, we go to study now, you get a flashcard, and then when you're ready to answer it, you go down here where it says show answer, click, and depending on how hard you felt that was, you can choose different options down here on when to see it again. For example, if I thought it was super crazy easy, then I would press easy and it'll show me the card again 3 days later. However, if I was like, I have no freaking clue, then I'll go here where it says again and it'll show me the same card in less than a minute. So basically whenever you do or answer a card, depending on how confident you felt about it, it'll remind you to review that information in different increments, or as we call it, spaced repetition. This is one of the most popular ways to study during medical school, not just because it's so efficient, but it'll also kind of force you to look at material instead of just letting it hide somewhere in some notebook, you know? And the next question is, well, Javi, how the f do I even set up Anki? Well, first, let me help you download it. You're gonna just search Anki, download, bam. Then you're gonna click the website, and there you go. And depending on which system you use, either Windows, Mac, Linux, you just choose whichever version is best for you. And also, fun fact, you can even download the mobile app for whenever stuck in lines or something. I have a Mac, so I'm gonna press download. It's already downloaded, and there it is again. So there are so many ways to use Anki, but when it comes to just a straightforward, please just teach me how to learn this thing, there are two types of flashcards I wanna talk about. The first one being the basic front and back card, and the second one being what's called an Image Occlusion Card. Let me show you what those look like. So first, let's build a deck. So we're gonna go down here where it says create deck. Let's call this example F3. There we go. Now we're gonna click. Let's go up here to add cards. So you see up here where it says type, that's where you can choose your card types. We're gonna choose the basic card. So click it, choose, and there you go. And this is really straightforward. You just type in whatever for the front part of the card, and then you'll type in the answer for the back part of the card, and then you press add and ba-bam. And then you can just keep going and add more, but add and ba-bam. There you go. And when you close out of that window, you'll see the two cards we just added. We can press study now, and there it is. Oh my god, I don't know what this is. So I'm gonna press show answer. That was really freaking hard. So I want to see it again. Oh, look, there's the other one. You get the point. So the next card I want to show you is the Image Occlusion Card, which can look like this. It's an awesome card that'll let you memorize things with different labels or also tables and things like that. So that way you can just upload it, label it, and memorize it. Just so you're familiar, all the yellow are labels and whatever red is the question. So it's asking me, what is the label of this? Let's go. Okay, cool. Awesome. I didn't know that. And look at this. If I press the next one, oh, look at that. So it hides the previous one I saw and then asks another one in red to answer. So let's answer it. Don't know, don't care. Oh, look at that. So let me show you how to make that. First, you're gonna wanna copy and paste the picture. So copy image. Then we're gonna go to our deck. We're gonna go add cards. Then you're gonna go back up here where it says type. You're gonna choose only image occlusion, and then we already copied that image, so we're just gonna paste image from clipboard, ba-bam! So next thing, you're gonna go here where you see the arrow. You're gonna make sure to click these boxes, I don't know what they're called, and choose hide all, guess one. Then after that, make sure you click on the square here, and then we can start labeling. And labeling is super straightforward. You're just gonna click and drag, and you get the point. So we're gonna go down here where it says add, and there you go. So look at that. So we added a lot of cards because for every label that we made, that's a new card added. So let me show you what that looks like. So here's our new image with all our labels. That's the one they're gonna ask me. Show answer again. Oh, look at that, the other one. And we keep going. Oh, look, there's the other one that we previously made. And you get the point. So even though we just talked about two card types, there are so many ways you can use Anki to study for med school. So the question is, well, how the f I actually do Anki? Well, let me show you. Let's start with showing you how to use Anki with lecture. Now, while a lot of medical students use third-party resources, lecture material is so important, especially if you go to a school that ranks. You might want to care about those little, what we call PhD details. And here's how we tackle that. First, watch lecture, and I recommend taking notes on a tablet or iPad. And then after an amazing 5-hour lecture session, you're gonna sit down, you're gonna look at your notes and be like, how the f I study all this? Well, you're gonna do what I'm teaching you. First, you're gonna line up your notes next to Anki. You're gonna create a deck specific to lecture. We'll call this lecture 1000. And there it is. So now let's make some cards. So we're gonna click on our deck. We're gonna go to add, and let's say I want to memorize a specific slide from lecture, like this one. Well, for this example, we're gonna go to card type. We're gonna choose basic, bam. We're gonna take this slide that's talking about the mechanism of action of clopidogrel, and this one with the T that I can never pronounce. But instead of just saying what is, we're gonna ask it in a question. Let me show you what that looks like. So I write it like this. What two blood medications in lecture irreversibly block ADP receptors on platelets? Now, you could just write the answer, or you can do this. You can go to the lecture slide, copy and paste it like this, then go back to Anki. You're gonna click here, maybe press enter, Control V, and look, there you go. So why does that matter? Well, let me show you. Let's go to our card right here. And when I see it, I can either answer clopidogrel or whatever, or instead I can try to recall any other information from that slide and try to make those connections. And I want to do that before I see the answer. And if I don't know anything, that's okay, because I can just click it, see it, and before moving on, I'm going to make sure to interact with the rest of the information, talk myself through it, close my eyes, try to remember it, and then odds are the next card I'm going to see is going to ask me something that I already try to recognize, and therefore we make connections. So let me show you another example with a table. So instead of getting a table and wasting your time rewriting it, we're just going to make an image occlusion card. So we're going to copy, add, choose card type, image occlusion, and then we're going to paste image from clipboard and ba-bam. So there's a few things I can do here. I want to get this table, and I want to know what drug is related to these specific mechanisms of action. So we're going to click hide all guess one, R square, and I'm just going to label this. You get the point. Then I'm going to go to add, but I still want to do more with that table. So I'm going to go paste image from clipboard again. Oh, just kidding. You have to copy and paste again. Paste. There we go. So now this time I want to do the other way, meaning I want to be tested what mechanism of action is associated with these specific drugs. So I'm just going to label the mechanisms of action, just like this, and add. And now they're added. And here's how it looks like. So with this card, I'm being asked which drug has this specific mechanism of action. Oh, I've seen it so many times. Aspirin. Oh, look at that. I'm so smart. Then there's the other card. Aspirin is associated with which mechanism of action? Oh, well, good thing I already saw it, so I know it. Look at that. And it's the same idea. Which drug is associated with this? Oh, look at that. And which mechanism of action is associated with these drugs? Oh, look at that. So now a third way to do Anki is by making test questions out of the lecture material. Because think about it. All the test information is in front of you, and you know how the professor is going to make questions, so why not practice making test questions out of that information? The reason this strategy is very powerful is because it not only forces you to really understand the material to make the question, but it also makes you really understand why the correct answer is correct, and also why all the other incorrect answers are also incorrect. I'll quiz myself on the slide, but in a question format. So let's read the question. A 55-year-old male with a past medical history of hypertension and coronary artery disease presents to the ED with sudden shortness of breath and chest pain. According to lecture, which two medications are recommended to start on this patient, what labs should be monitored, and what are the mechanisms of actions of those drugs? This is what I call a multi-step third order question. So I present the information in a straightforward vignette, and then I prime you to remember lecture by saying, according to lecture. After that, I'm not just trying to recall the two medications, but I'm also trying to remember, well, what lab should I monitor? And also, well, how do these even work? That way I can actively make those connections and group that information together, as opposed to memorizing little bits of information. But before I try to answer it, I'm going to try to recall literally anything else that I can, since I'm already here. For example, well, I know that one of those medications is clopidogrel, and I know its mechanism of action is by irreversibly blocking ADP receptors on platelets. Is there another medication that I learned that also does that? You see what I did there? And I know that one of these medications is aspirin, and I know I give aspirin and clopidogrel. Is there another medication that I can also give with aspirin? And again, the purpose of this is to actively try to recall other parts of information from the lecture when I see something else, so I can make those connections and bridge those topics together. That way, when I see a test, I don't remember just one thing, I remember a lot of things. Or at least that's the f***ing goal. So let's answer it. Ready? Ba-bam! There we go. So look how I made my card. I made my vignette, and obviously I know my answers are going to be clopidogrel and aspirin, but I tried to recall other pieces of information. But when I'm making my cards, I know I want to group information together. So what I'll do is I'll go through the lecture and be like, well, if I'm already talking about these two drugs, what other information do I want to pull from the lecture and add to the card? That way, after I answer it, and if I'm like, I can't remember anything, I can just paste it, review it, integrate it, etc., 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 and hopefully pass my test. So to recap all of that, you're going to take lecture information, you're going to make cards and ask them questions in different forms, you're going to make cards of tables and charts to memorize and not waste time rewriting, create test-style questions asking more than just one answer, paste different slides into the cards to actively review and group information together, and before you answer a card, try to recall any other information that isn't prompted to make those connections. And that's it. Like, med school is hard. Of course, there's so much more to this. The goal of this video was just to give you hopefully an easier head start. But if you like this, well, you're in luck because we're going to be pushing out a lot more of this soon. So make sure to leave a comment for anything else you'd like to see from us. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button. I finally said it. And make sure to check out Med School Coach to see what else we can help you with. So with that being said, see you on the next one and good luck.